Hey, I've been using the Legion Tower 5i every single day for weeks, so let me talk to you like someone who's lived with it, not just looked at the specs. You're the kind of person who feels when your system finally keeps up instead of holding you back. You've sat through moments where frame rates stutter, where loading screens feel like pauses in the story, where you lower settings just to avoid hiccups. You know that tiny frustration that shouldn't be normal, and once you feel real performance, you won't settle for anything less. Before you go deeper, check the current price and stock. Gaming PCs with this kind of balance don't linger forever, and waiting usually means missing out on the exact configuration you already wanted. There's always a clear moment when you realize your old setup just isn't doing you justice. For me, it was during a big AAA launch. I hit play, and the visuals were gorgeous, but the performance felt like a compromise. I kept adjusting settings, trying to find a balance, and ended up feeling frustrated instead of immersed. That's when it clicked. I'd outgrown guesswork and good enough. The first time you sit down with this machine, it's like everything suddenly responds instead of delays. Games launch instantly. Environments load without hesitation. High refresh rates feel smooth, not strained. You don't have to close background apps just to keep performance stable, it just works. That relief sinks in right away, because you stop wrestling with tech and start enjoying the moment. You feel it in everyday use, during long play sessions where frame drops used to interrupt your flow but now feel foreign. In creative work when editing and rendering feel quick instead of sluggish. When you stream or connect peripherals and everything just clicks instead of glitching or lagging. Even casual browsing feels smoother, like the machine is always a step ahead of you instead of playing catch-up. This isn't just raw power, it's about balance. The Intel Core Ultra 7265F keeps everything moving with confidence. The NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5070T delivers visuals that feel alive, not just pretty. 32 GB of memory means you rarely feel limits. 1 TB of storage gives you room to install what matters without constantly uninstalling favorites. And that 3 months of GamePass? It means you don't wait to find games to enjoy, you start playing right away. Don't assume prices or stock will stay friendly. Systems this capable shift quickly, and hesitation usually ends with having to settle for something less satisfying later. If you're hesitating because you worry it's too much, here's the shift: this isn't overkill. It's future-proofing. You're buying headroom so you're not chasing upgrades every few months. You're buying time where performance stays smooth and responsive. One surprise benefit you don't notice until you actually live with it is how calm everything feels under load. No frantic fan noise. No random spikes in lag. Just steady, confident performance that makes everything you do feel intentional instead of patched together. Owning something like this changes your relationship with your PC. You don't brace for slowdown. You don't cancel plans because a game might not run well. You just play, create, explore, and it feels right every time. Performance feels smooth and consistent. Games load fast without hiccups. Graphics feel rich and responsive. Multitasking stays fluid and reliable. Every session feels confident and immersive. It's not the smallest or quietest build. High-end upgrades may come later at some point. You stop looping through lesser systems. You stop settling for almost enough. You choose what genuinely satisfies, and every time you glance at weaker PCs, you come right back here because this already feels right. Check the current price and availability now. Decide while this configuration still makes sense, so this doesn't become one of those upgrades you delay and quietly regret later.